Today's horoscope, Pisces April 19th, 2025. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. Mars has spent many months in your romance, creativity, children, and recreation sector, bringing excitement but also some volatility to some or even all of these areas of life. This ends today as Mars moves into your work and health sector, where it will transit until June 17th. You had a taste of this energy in November and December, and you might now revisit some of the goals and projects that you started then. You have more energy for work, fitness, and daily routines now. Perhaps you have a larger workload than usual. You may be interested in picking up or stepping up a health and physical activity program, but avoid pushing too hard for the best results. You'll have extra energy at your disposal for work, organization, fitness, nutrition, research, and self-care programs. This is a time for special attention to your daily affairs. You must do your own thing at your own pace during this period. You tend to approach sex and intimacy from a very emotional point of view. However, the sizzling cosmic energy over the coming days will make you feel more sensual and sexual than ever. While you'll be slowly untangling from planetary post-shadow drama, mighty Mars, the planet of passion and drive, will be linking in a trine to majestic Neptune. This ensures that your libido will be sky-high, and you'll be ready to let your loins explode. Whether single or attached, treat your body to some TLC while you explore the ecstasy of pleasure. Get ready! Work has significantly slowed down since the end of 2024. You may have felt like there was really not much to do or not much to look forward to. Anything you tried could have been prevented from progressing any further. Although this has been a lackluster period, you have a chance to resume your goals and make significant strides after Mars re-enters Leo. However, you will have to reconsider your strategies, goals, and routine throughout the post-shadow period for Mars retrograde. Do not be afraid to switch things up if you want to boost your productivity. Today's planetary configuration fills your heart with reverence for what is right, whatever that means for you. You enjoy this feeling, and it will best be enjoyed privately. Do not look to impose any of what you feel on others by way of sharing, for it could very well go ignored or unappreciated, which will only detract from what you feel. Look to nature or your most trusted relationships to revel with during this beautiful conjunction. Blending in can be very important for you on this day. Generally, you find greater solace with members of your own family, and this is not likely to be any different now. However, the need for belonging can be enhanced under this day's vibration. This can make you more sensitive, and you need to watch out that you don't overreact or take things too personally. Consider time with close friends, as well, as this can bring you a feeling of acceptance. For the third time this week, another planet is on the move, and this time it is Mars leaving a playful and creative part of your chart and returning to your work sector, and this continues a theme that began earlier in the week. When the asteroid Juno retrograded back out of your career sector, she returned to your sector of adventure, travel, learning and discovery where she had begun the year, while a day later Mercury left Pisces and returned to your income sector, after retrograding back out late last month. So while there is a lot of change, planets are returning to a familiar position while at the same time helping maintain that fine balance between work and play. Over 7 months after returning for what is normally a 6-week visit to your romantic sector, Mars, the planet of passion and the warrior planet of the cosmos, leaves today. This might leave your romantic sector empty, but not for long, with Jupiter returning in June to begin your luckiest year for love in over a decade. With Venus, the planet of love, in Pisces for another 2 weeks, she will keep working to keep both the spirit of romance and Mars' romantic passions and fighting spirit alive. Daily Planetary Overview. As Mars re-enters bold, expressive Leo, we officially begin the second half of the post-shadow period following Mars retrograde, a cycle that spanned from December 2024 into early January 2025. Think of this time as a cosmic checkpoint, where you're gently nudged to look back over the ground you've covered in the last few months. What challenges tested your resilience? What decisions sparked regret or growth? Which passions did you put on pause, and which ones are asking to be revived? Mars in Leo brings fire, flair, and a renewed sense of self-confidence, but only if you're willing to do the inner work. It's not about pretending everything's fine or forcing a comeback. Instead, this is your opportunity to reflect on what that retrograde revealed about your impulses, your desires, your confrontations, and your courage. There may still be loose ends to tie up, conflicts to resolve, actions to finish, or dreams to reignite, but the energy is shifting in your favor. Think back to a time recently when things didn't go as planned. Maybe you felt blocked, misunderstood, or like your energy was just out of sync. Mars retrograde can often feel like swimming upstream. Now, as Mars strides confidently into Leo, it's as though you've reached a calmer stretch of the river. You're invited to flow again, but this time with awareness, wisdom, and maybe a little more grace. This transit is also a chance to reinvigorate your relationships. Whether romantic, platonic, or professional, your genuine warmth and openness are magnetic right now. You may find that people are naturally drawn to you, eager to spend time or engage in deeper conversations. If you felt disconnected from someone you care about, this is a perfect time to reconnect, not with pressure, but with presence. On a romantic level, the energy is ripe for intimacy and shared joy. Couples may find themselves rediscovering each other, and singles might notice sparks flying in unexpected places. Try planning something simple yet heartfelt, like a spontaneous evening walk or a meal shared without distractions. Sometimes the most meaningful moments aren't planned but lived with intention. You may also find yourself questioning your direction or feeling a little uninspired in your personal life. If your routines feel stale and your relationships slightly muted, this is the cosmos gently prompting you to shake things up. Organize an outing, reconnect with old friends, or try something completely out of the ordinary. Paint, dance, hike, or volunteer. Re-engaging with life in new ways can spark the kind of energy that's been missing. Financially, the stars are aligned in your favor. If you've been considering making a move, whether it's a new investment, a side hustle, or simply reviewing your budget, this is a favorable time to act. Trust your instincts, but don't rush. Look for deals, stay organized, and make decisions based on long-term value, not fleeting temptation. That purchase you're eyeing, ask yourself, will this still bring me joy or benefit in a month? Clarity and confidence will guide you toward the right choices. On the physical front, now is the time to reconnect with your body. If you've let movement slip through the cracks lately, maybe in favor of long workdays or cozy nights, and don't beat yourself up. Instead, use this Mars-fueled momentum to ease back into physical activity in a way that feels enjoyable. You don't have to become a marathon runner overnight. Even short, invigorating walks, stretching with the morning sun, or trying a new fitness class can do wonders for your energy and mood. Remember, movement is not punishment, it's a celebration of what your body can do. And lastly, be mindful not to overextend yourself. With all this forward momentum, it might be tempting to say yes to everything. But taking on too much can quickly deplete the very energy you're trying to harness. You don't need to prove your worth through productivity. Your value is inherent. Rest when you need to. Say no when necessary. Boundaries, after all, are a form of self-respect. So as Mars charges ahead in fiery Leo, let this be your reminder: you are allowed to evolve. You are allowed to outgrow old patterns. You are allowed to want more for yourself, your relationships, your work, and your joy. Take a moment and ask yourself, what lesson did Mars retrograde leave you with? Is there a part of your life that's asking for more honesty, more bravery, more love? Let me know in the comments what this period has brought up for you. Have you had any realizations? Is there something you're ready to release or ready to begin again? Your experience could inspire someone else who's navigating a similar path. Whatever you're facing, remember, this is your time to rise, to reflect, and to move forward with renewed purpose. One thoughtful step at a time.